One of the biggest questions I see people asking others is, how do I find my passion? Or perhaps they already know what they enjoy, but struggle to create consistently, or feel proud of the work they're making. I've wrestled with that myself. Whether it's making YouTube videos, building my business, writing in a journal, or simply thinking through ideas, I realized creativity isn't something that suddenly appears one morning. It's something that you nurture. Like a fire, it starts with a tiny spark, and over time, if you continue feeding it, it grows into something remarkable. There are a few things that have helped me, and perhaps they'll help you. For instance, emulating before you innovate. One of the best things you can do is study people who inspire you. Not to become like them, not to copy them, but to understand why their work speaks to you. If I admire someone's filmmaking, I ask myself why. Is it their pacing, their music choice, their storytelling, their color grading, their writing? I find the reasons, I take some notes, and then I take that amber and build my own fire. I think we sometimes worry that taking inspiration is cheating, but it's quite the opposite. That's how humans have always learned. Every artist, inventor, and craftsman have stood on the shoulders of those before them. Look at the world of sport. Usain Bolt didn't stop people from becoming fast runners. Eddie Hall didn't stop others from chasing greater deadlifts. They showed what was possible and gave people a path to follow. The same is true for creativity. Don't copy someone's work. Study their thinking, then create something only you can make. One little trick I've been using recently is looking at titles. If I see a title that genuinely speaks to me and makes me curious, I'll close the video immediately. I don't want their ideas, I just want to know what makes me click. Then I'll sit down and write my own script from scratch. That way, the final piece is still my own voice, not an echo of someone else's. And don't limit yourself to YouTube, obviously. Walk through an art gallery, visit a museum, read old books, watch films, go for a walk in nature. God has filled this world with inspiration, so pay attention to it. Another thing that truly helps is to build an environment that helps you create. For me, music changes everything. It shapes the world I'm trying to build. If I'm writing something reflective, I'll often listen to a fantasy adventure music, orchestral music, or classical piano. Sometimes it's lo-fi, I rarely listen to music with lyrics because I don't want someone else's words occupying my mind while I'm trying to find my own words, right? So whatever speaks to you, just lean into it. Some people may need silence, others need rain, others may need a cafe. Find the environment that helps you disappear into your world. That's often where the creativity lives. An interesting part in the things you make, and probably the hardest lesson, is to be proud of the work while staying humble. Every time I finish a project, I can immediately see all the other things I wish I'd done better. The camera angle, the pacing, the writing, the edit, and that's perfectly healthy thing to do. Those little 1% improvements are what make us better over time. But don't let the perfection rob you of satisfaction. It's okay to look back and think, I could improve on that, while also thinking, I'm proud that I finished. Both can be true. You're not competing with people you admire. You're just competing with this version of yourself 6 months ago or a year ago. If today's work is just a little bit better than yesterday's, you're heading in the right direction. So take notes. My final point I'd like to raise on this is try to create consistently. Not when you feel inspired. The inspiration will surely come and go based on your goalpost. One of the biggest myths about creativity is that you have to feel inspired before you begin. And definitely not always, right? I actually think it's the other way around. Sometimes you begin and then the inspiration arrives. If I only filmed videos when I felt like filming, there wouldn't be many videos. If an author only wrote when they felt inspired, their books would never be finished. The act of showing up consistently is what teaches your brain to become creative. Some days the ideas flow effortlessly. Other days you'll stare at a blank page for 20 minutes. It just happens. Both stages are part of the process, so don't chase the inspiration, build the habits around it. The beautiful thing about creativity, to close this all out, is that it doesn't stay confined to one area of your life. Once you start creating, you'll notice yourself becoming more creative everywhere else. You'll solve problems differently, you'll think differently, you'll communicate better. You'll begin seeing possibilities where other people see obstacles. So don't wait to feel inspired. Start creating, protect those little sparks that we talked about, and keep feeding the fire, okay? And one day you'll look back and realize the passion you were searching for wasn't something you found, it was something you built day by day, effort by effort, right? It's an incredible part in life, and I implore you all to start and be creative. As always, this has been fantastic to do with you all. I'm Jaden Connolly, and thank you for watching.